Hey guys, Rojo here. I thought I would go ahead and make a quick video on how to play Icarus Crisis, my Ludum Dare 30 entry. Basically, it's a game with some board game roots, and it may not be immediately apparent on what you need to do to play, since the in-game help is a little bit limited. So, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you got to do is deploy your troops. In this case, we actually have a tile that we can deploy on in our immediate field of view, but if that's not the case, you can use the arrow keys or ESDF by default to pan the camera and look around the map. So to select a tile, just click on it and your soldier will deploy. You have three of them, and you just click around the map where you want them to go. So once that's done, you start your first real turn of the game. You can see on the right hand side of the screen there are different missions with different names and colors. You can find these missions on the map by locating the corresponding icon of the same color on the game board. So, Operation Wrathful Usurper is here by City Hall. So, the first part of your turn is to move. You do that by selecting one of the highlighted tiles in the same way that you would deploy, for example. We will go here. So, every time you move, you will either initiate combat, explore the space, or attempt the mission if you landed on a mission tile. Basically, every event has a certain set of dice requirements that need to be fulfilled for you to successfully complete the event. So, to get started, we will click the roll button. Every soldier has different dice pools that they use to complete events. You can see it on the character sheet in the left here. This character has 2 green dice, 3 pink dice, or sorry, 3 blue dice and 2 pink dice. You can see the differences in the dice here above the roll area. Green dice basically have a better chance to get hits. Blue dice have a better chance to get perceptions, and the pink dice have a better chance to get chances, essentially. So in this case, we rolled exactly what we needed the first time, but let's suppose that we didn't, and we'll re-roll. By the way, to apply the dice to the mission, you simply click on them and it will toggle them on and off. This is known as locking the dice. Locked dice don't get re-rolled when you roll, and that's a way for you to be able to sort of save dice. So we'll click roll, and as you can see, we got the same result on one of the dice and a new result on a different one. You get 3 opportunities to roll, but once you've completed the requirements for the mission, you can click continue. Or if you were to do all 3 rolls and after locking your dice were unable to complete the mission, you would fail instead. Successfully completing missions has different consequences, but in this case we got an extra die for our soldier. So this is essentially how you power up. All soldiers are going to have about 5 dice to start with, if I recall, and that may not be enough to complete these missions on the right hand side. So you may need to do a little exploring around the map in order to power up, so to speak, before attempting some of these missions. But we have a mission over here that we could theoretically complete, so we'll give it a try. Operation Fleeting Goat. So roll, And we got some of what we need. Perfect. So we just completed this mission. When you complete a mission, you get +1 portal keys, essentially, which count toward closing the Icarus Gate. Essentially, once you've gotten all 7, a final mission will appear at the gate in the center of the map, and you'll need to complete that to win the game. Alternatively, you'll see as the turns end, we'll go ahead and just fail this exploration. Failing exploration typically doesn't have any consequences, but as you see, the Icarus Gate opens wider. So the enemy progress is marked in the upper left-hand corner here, and once this reaches 10, you essentially lose the game. This may not count up every turn, but it's possible that it will. It's random. And so that, in general, is the gist of how to play the game. One thing to note that I didn't get to is sometimes enemies will appear on the map noted by red icons, and also it's possible for your soldiers to die if they reach 0 hit points, but they will be replaced by a new soldier at the beginning of the next turn. So no, don't worry too terribly much. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So thanks for watching, and may you be successful in your missions.